Got it?
Oh my god, yes. That's really bad.
That's a good point.
But this was very wrong.
45 seconds. Did you see it?
I was not allowed to speak for something I knew. And we are like.
Really? That's
I told you I was going to get everybody angry before the semester was
I
over.
was going to be good.
30 seconds.
oh.
Cell phone. It is a cell phone.
Nailed it.
Tell me the story. What is the significance of the cell phone? Weed group 1, 2, 3, 4. 35, 40, 45, 50. You're behind by 11 points. If you'll hit the light and the screen too. Go ahead.
Okay, so right now it's currently being judged in Supreme Court to whether or not police officers have the right to confiscate your phone.
What's the story of the article?
The story?
Anybody in the group? Because we just went over it today.
A guy and girl left a bar together, go to the beach for a more private place. Girl,
Yeah, they did. 1, 2, 3, 4. They left voluntarily.
Yeah.
A work party. Go ahead.
girl passed out on the beach.
Girl passed out on the beach, and the guy.
He took her clothes off, took pictures.
Yeah, he began to take compromising pictures. Who saw, or did anybody see?
There were anonymous witnesses.
Anonymous witnesses that passed by that thought he was taking advantage of her. So what happened?
Police showed up. He was putting the girl in a car. She was clothed.
Really?
Yeah, he was actually putting her in a car. What did the police do that caused so much trouble, allegedly, though?
They took his phone that was off and they turned it on and went through it.
Oh, they did. And what did they find when they went through said phone?
They found the pictures.
They found the very pictures that seemed to prove that he was doing what these anonymous eyewitnesses had said. Okay, what's the controversy? What was he charged with? 5, 4, 3,
Wasn't it?
2, 1, go. What was he charged
He was
with?
charged with assault and peeping Tom.
No.
Sexual assault? Yeah.
Zoom in. Be more specific. What was he charged with?
It was
5. Without
5.
It was
What's that?
sexual in here without.
What's that called?
Peeping. It's peeping. It is a peeping Tom charge.
But there's a specific charge.
Minor charge of peeping Tom. It's something like
Minor charge of peeping Tom. 3, 2. You know, Randy's got the article. 1.
What did you ask? Is what I'm saying.
Do you want to say anything?
Yelling.
Secret peeping, photographic imaging, and second-degree sexual assault. -4.
Damn it.
-4. Okay, first hand I see. Oh, wait, I haven't asked the question. I haven't asked the question yet. Okay, so this is what he was charged with. The question on this is you gotta put him down, or I'm just gonna call on you.
Put your hand down.
Okay, what was the problem with what the police did? Who has it, Angela?
Oh no! Don't do that to me.
Fatima, go!
Oh, come on.
-4 is getting ready to do it. Go ahead.
Yeah,
The
there we
problem
go.
was that the problem was with what the police
Nailed
did
it.
was that they actually went into his phone without no.
Without his consent or a warrant.
Without his consent or a warrant. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the police went through the phone without his consent or without a warrant. They found these pictures just like we had talked about. So what's the problem with them not having the warrant or the consent?
They took the evidence illegally.
Okay, go ahead, explain.
Again, because they did not have the.
They did get a warrant for something though, right?
They used the evidence that they got illegally to get a warrant to go to Sprint and get the pictures that he sent.
1, 2, 3, 4. Are they allowed to use any of this evidence?
No.
Why?
Because they went through his property without his permission.
They went through the property without a permission, without a warrant. What was the deal with the warrant that they did get though?
They used illegal evidence.
What's
to
that
obtain
called?
the warrant.
First Amendment?
First Amendment, -4.
That's so messed up.
Let's see. You guys are out. You guys are out. You guys are out. If you look back on this case, because you already got something wrong.
No, we didn't.
Peeping Tom charge?
That's in the title.
Yeah, we were out.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, we didn't say anything wrong with it.
Yeah, y'all lost your countdown. Understand on this, the police went through the phone, and you could argue that in fact they were trying to do the right thing by the woman. Did they do the right thing? No, they didn't, because they didn't have the warrant. They went through the phone, and the likeness of this would be is some people would argue that the cell phone is like the car trunk. You got to have permission in order to go through that. In this case that we were talking about, the Supreme Court has had a lot that's going on In theory, they're going to be issuing a ruling on this because all states have different rules, but the guy walked. He was actually exonerated, even though it really looks like he did exactly what he was accused of having done. Who gave me the last correct answer? I think it was y'all. Y'all are in distantly last place, and we're virtually out of time. Make it count. Judiciary for 5 is what I heard. Pictionary. Who wants to draw? No, it will take too long. I need somebody else. Okay, that's what I need you to draw. Got it? Got it? All right, 1 minute starting on the 8. Come back toward me, yeah. Got it? Okay.
Cell phone.
Oh, we got this one.
So hard.
It's not that hard. 45 seconds. Uh-oh.
Map of a state or something? Fire, building?
Fire building.
The, yeah, 20 seconds.
You've got 25 seconds. It does kind of look like a map.
No, please, Tracy.
Oh my God, no.
You can do it. No, Tracy, just draw something else. Something related to it.
Wait a minute, hold on.
person-
Wow.
No, listen.
5 seconds.
Hold on.
4,
Tracy, you have to
3,
do something.
2,
What is it?
1. Okay, first hand I see. First, everybody got to put them down. First hand I see. Outhouse. What was the significant? Yeah, you guys do have it. You've got it next. Go.
It was when Larry Flint put an ad in his magazine about a TV evangelist, Hustler, yes, about the TV evangelist, Jerry Falwell, and had an interview up there, a fake interview, about his first time, including being in an outhouse with his mother after kicking a goat out.
Okay, being in an outhouse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With his mother. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After they kicked out a goat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tell me more.
Jerry Falwell sued because he was losing business, and
What did he sue for? 5.
he sued for
He said it was wrong. It was not true what
4.
they said.
Okay, that's true. And
It was, and that it
3.
was like people. Oh, for him and his mother. They sued for him and his mother because they were saying something wrong. And
okay, I got that. It was false. 2.
No, we're moving on. We're just saying as
What
much
was
as
the
we
other
can.
thing that he
We're
sued
listing
for?
as much as we can, right?
What's that?
picture that was posted.
Minus 5.
But you didn't say what order things had to be in.
He did.
Go ahead. You guys are next. What was the charge? One charge was that something they were publishing false things. He never consented to this. What was the other charge?
For him against the print.
Yes.
Was because, well, the judge ruled that
5.
9-0 because.
No. What was the other charge?
You kidding?
Okay, you answer.
His mother.
What about his mother?
Like,
Go ahead. You.
His mom is bringing another person.
What was the charge called? 5, 4, 3, 2, minus 5. Did you say slander? Minus 10. No, minus 5. Just minus 5. Go ahead. What was the charge?
Like personal distress.
Emotional distress. Yes, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt since the others won't take it. So he charged for these 2 things, sued for these 2 things. It was false and emotional distress. What did the court hold? What was important?
They ruled that since it was a parody and it was labeled as a parody.
It's clearly labeled parody, so what would that mean?
It means that since he's a public figure, that they have the right to say what they want about him under the first.
He's a public figure, that's something different. And in fact, since you're a public figure, you take the good with the bad, the positive lifestyle versus the negative. But let me come back to this. If it's clearly labeled as parody, what would that mean for somebody that's reading it?
They should know that it's not true.
They should actually know that it's not true. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything else? Was it just labeled on the page?
It was labeled twice on the page.
No.
It was minus 5.
Once, but
and the
Angela?
court rulings, the court ruled.
And it was part of a series of parodies.
Angela who? Go ahead.
No, but you did not finish.
It-
Wait, you did not finish.
He's in neon.
Angela's a female.
It was a
My
20-page
sister's got bias
section
to
in the
you.
magazine about satire.
What's that?
It was a section in the magazine about satire.
It was. How many pages were in that section? 20 page section. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it was labeled on the page and it was included in a 20-page section. No reasonable person would think that this was true. And then they went on and they said that in fact he's a public figure. You take the good with the bad. Anything else you want to tell me?
And if it was someone who is not a public figure and they did this to them now, they could sue or press charges against them because it's just an average person.
That's exactly true on this, yes. Flint won this case, and I think y'all actually did say this before, 9-0, in fact, that Flint did win this. Go ahead, and actually, we're out of time. If you would, go to Congress 2. Congress 2 Pictionary was going to be spanking. Somebody, I really wanted to have somebody draw spanking. That didn't work. Go ahead, click it if you would. Make sure that you're familiar with that one. Go to 4 for Congress. Ex post facto and bill of attainder. I know we went through these things. Be clear with examples and, of course, the definitions up there. Go ahead, touch the House. 5 for Congress. List all you can. Click it. Reasons for high incumbency, money, experience, franking. You know, all of that's pretty much straight from the outline. Executive for 1. Number 1 attribute according to the text.
According to the text, persuasion.
Persuasion is. According to the articles, it was courage. That's exactly where we were going to go with this. Go ahead and click it. Presidential vetoes, if you remember, there's the regular veto, there's the pocket veto, and then there's the line item veto, which is not legal. So make sure that you can explain those. Executive for 4 was going to be makeup. If you remember, that was the 1960 presidential election. Judiciary for 1. We didn't go over this, so don't worry about it, but I'm going to post that section 3, that Roman numeral 3 video. There are no characteristics, qualifications to be a Supreme Court justice. According to the article, who were the top 5 American presidents?
Abraham Lincoln.
Lincoln was 1.
FDR.
FDR was 5.
Clinton.
Clinton was 4. JFK was
Kennedy.
3. Reagan was 2. Go ahead, click it, or did you already? I guess you already did. Go ahead, list all you can. Surgeon General article was dealing with fat. If you remember that one and her weight. Touch the House. Civil rights. Plessy versus Ferguson was separate but equal that y'all botched from a few minutes ago. If y'all would, sign your names to a paper. And it looks like the weed group really does it. If y'all will sign your names and put +12, if the crazy feminists would sign your name and put +10, and if Tracy, your group, will sign your name and put +8,
Okay, thank you.
I will post the video today, and I'll make sure that it's in the links. Look it over, and here's the thing, and you can stop filming now.